Hey everybody, this is Alpha Zero at your service for another late review on Sword Art Online 2, which came out yesterday. Now, before I get into this review, I need to know... no, I don't need to know. Before I get into this review, I'll say that it is a very decent episode, but there are some things that still question my mind about this, you know. I have been reading some light novels of Sword Art Online, and right now I'm catching up to the newest one, except I haven't read much about the Phantom Blood arc or something. Sorry for being off topic, let's just leave it at that, okay? Alright, when I looked at this episode, I gotta say, pretty good right there. I mean, here and so forth, but honestly, I don't know, I'm not even sure. I'm struggling between, some major decency between, action and information, you know those who've been keeping up my reviews and see how I'm changing, you know. I always look for the major information first, and honestly, the information here was really, really good. I won't lie about that. It was very great and decent to a point to my satisfaction. So if anything else, let's just get started. Alright, Kirito ends up seeing that death gun in front of him, but he doesn't really know that until he figured out later. He tells him whether the death gun or something. The guy tells him whether you may be a fake or someone using his name or not, I will kill you. Keep that in mind. I will kill you someday. Therefore, Kirito, on the other hand, ends up remembering a little past of Sword Art Online about that he decided to go stop the Killing Guild, you know, Laughing Coffin. So far, it was a bloodbath, no joke. Well, it's virtual, so you don't see the blood, but nothing but crazy slashes or something. Many of the Laughing Coffin members decides to die, then surrender, you know. And seeing how this went out, I mean, I never knew how crazy it was about that death, you know. And overall, I gotta say this episode was pretty intense with the information given. Of seeing how Kirito is still traumatized by that, I go does it really freak you out that much? Well, I'm not this person to say anything, but you know, I don't know what that guy's been through, so I am not so sure myself, you know. So that's about it. So if anything else, you know, I mean, I gotta say this was a crazed up episode that was really intense for me, you know. So I'll just say something about that. But overall, when I looked at this episode, I mean, yeah, seeing how Kirito went out of control in his next match, you know, and seeing how it's traumatizing. Sinon tells him your match ended kind of quickly, you know. And by that time, action started. Seeing how Kirito's not focusing on anything, you know. And right now, Sinon wins her match while a guy's riding through a car, and I go what the hell, man? That was a quick match and a joke. No offense, man. I don't know if I should criticize that, but too bad the match isn't really longer. And when Sinon and Kirito end up fighting, you know, it's surprising how she sees that Kirito's just walking through and seeing how she's trying to shoot him. But I go you're not even aiming at him. Why aren't you shooting him? And you know, Kirito decides to do this in a 10-meter way, you know. And Kirito sliced the bullet and gets Sinon, and by the time tells him everything, you know, and Sinon was confused a bit, but it doesn't really matter anyway. So when I looked at this after that, Kirito ends up having this intimate moment, and I go oh dear, man, I wonder what Asuna would do if she saw you with the girl like that. Oh man, you have no idea how much of a drama can hold up, you know. And Kirito says, you want to surrender? Killing girls is not my thing. Therefore, Sinon resigned, and she says, you better win next time. I'm gonna find your ass again, you know, that kind of thing. She didn't say it like that, but the way how her tone and her facial expression shows it, it's like that. To me, in my opinion. And then Death Gun ends up having his eyes glowed, and pretty much he's after Kirito, you know. Overall, I gotta say, in other words, if I wanted a good reviewer, I mean, I'll say the episode was great, but in my eyes right now, I'm not really sure if I'm rushed or something, you know. I gotta talk this out with someone. I gotta talk this out with the person I know, you know. He's the one that tells me what's up, you know, and so forth. So if anything else, you know, I'll see y'all in my next video today. Hopefully it'll upload in time. If anything else, I'm Alpha Zero people. I'll see y'all next time, alright? Later. Peace out. Bye.